Back to Benni Swaggert, fashion consultant to the non-stars. And when I say non-stars, you know what I mean. I mean that everyday person. I can definitely have you dressing fresh for less and still looking your best. Now, right now, I'm reviewing my new Street Glyde. I call it a Swagway. They call it a hoverboard. I don't really think there's anything hover about this. Those of you guys that remember the original hoverboard and have seen the real one by Lexus, you know that this is nothing of the sort, right? This is nothing but a Segway without the handle. But I've got to say, I had tried one of these out about 2 months ago in downtown LA in the alleys, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I almost cracked my head open in front of like 150, 200 people that I didn't even know. I told the guy, hey man, I'm a pro, I'm a dancer, I got the balance of a cat, and I almost cracked my head open. Thank God I didn't fall. He was there to catch me. Or if he wasn't, my wife and my children would have saw something horrific. So, that being said, I was already prepared. So when I got this yesterday, first thing I did, came home, got in between my couch, which is right there, and this ottoman right here, making sure I had two padded surfaces on both sides so when I lose control, I have a nice safe place to fall, and that never happened. I mean, if you have any kind of balance and coordination, you can get over the learning curve really quick on these. Now, when I went to buy this, I saw there was two separate prices, and I'll go ahead, I'll price drop on you guys right now. It was $359 without the Bluetooth stereo, and it was $419 with the Bluetooth stereo. Now, I'm a firm believer. If you can buy a product and pay, an extra 50, 75 bucks and get a little bit more bells and whistles, I would always go with that. Same thing with a car. If it's going to cost you a couple of extra thousand to get some more bells and whistles, go with it. You know what I mean? I look at it like it's better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. Now, do you really need a Bluetooth speaker on this? Now, do you really need it? No. But is it awesome to have it? Yeah. It's awesome to have it. And I really wouldn't say, not for riding around on it, because right away, one of my buddies, first of all, shout out to Cocuts. One of my buddies said, hey man, that has one. First guy I saw to really have it. One of my homeboys, he had it. He has the big one though. Now this right here is the 6-inch wheels. He has the 10-inch. They call the 10-inch the off-road. Now me, these things, there's nothing off-road about them. I think the difference is more like outdoor, indoor, right? Not off-road. This thing right here, smooth surfaces indoors, no level changes in ground, no little cracks. This thing right here works like a charm. I mean, it's just phenomenal. But when you get outside, it is slightly stressful. Rolling on blacktop, if the surface isn't completely smooth or there's any change from asphalt to concrete, back to asphalt, and it's not an exact, smooth, perfect transition, these things can be dangerous. Period, point blank, no doubt about it. I mean, already these things are dangerous. Well, you guys have already seen all the videos. Everybody's seen Mike Tyson fall back, and I don't know how he got up from that, but you guys have all seen it. Yes, these things are dangerous. But despite all that, within 4 minutes of me getting this, before I even hit the 5-minute mark, according to my wife, I had already looked like a pro on it. So you know the first thing that I wanted to do after that, you guys know I'm a teacher and everything, right? I teach people how to dance. I said, hey babe, give me your hands. And she got on it, and in 5 minutes, she was riding around the house, doing spins. She's comfortable on this. So I'm happy. So there is a safe and responsible way to use these things. Like everything, you have to respect it. Now, let's get to the speaker. So here's what my buddy said. He said, hey man, I heard the speaker runs your battery down faster. Absolutely believe it. No doubt about it. If you're using this thing and you are playing the speaker, it is going to run the battery down a lot quicker. But first things first, how long do you really think you're going to be on this thing? Okay? I'm going to tell you guys right now. After about 20 minutes, I can feel my shins start to burn because you do have some balancing to do. All right? You are playing with your toes, you're playing with your heels, so your calves do start to burn. Now, I'm pretty sure after a little bit more time that won't affect me as much, but right away, I was using muscles that I'm not used to using. So after 20 minutes of being on this thing, I was happy to get off of it, okay? The other thing, these have a 10-mile range, okay? Who in the world is really gonna go 10 miles on this, okay? The surface outside doesn't allow it, all right? Not unless there's a basketball paved sidewalk that stretches for 10 miles. You're not going 10 miles on this. So I thought to myself, not really thought to myself, my dad said, Ben, you know what that speaker's good for? Let's just say you park somewhere and you want to hear some music. Well, I mean, I don't have to lift it up. I can leave it just like this. But for you guys to really hear the sound a little bit better because it's sitting low right now on my Ottoman, I got it hooked up right here to my tablet.
I can see a friend enemy them. I cannot live amongst no Eden. We say as far as I can see. As far as I can see.
You hear that? So if I'm just kicking it, I have a speaker right here. You know what I'm saying? Inside of my Swagway, aka Hoverboard. How awesome is that? You know, I mean, when he said it to me like that, then it just made perfect sense. Get him with all the bells and the whistles. Gosh, thanks, Dad, because that made more sense than what anybody has said to me about it having the Wi-Fi, you know? Boom. And the other thing about this that I found a little bit weird. Oh, I love that sound. It came with this. It came with the remote. So I can go, boom. I can turn it off. I can turn it on. Now what you don't want to do, and what's cool about it, because it doesn't even let you do it, you can't do that while you're riding it. This thing has a gyro stabilizer in it. So when this thing is off, you can't just stand on it balancing. This thing has to be on, so this will stay straight. Do you get it? So this right here, to me, this is just for show. You know, this isn't really anything. I'm not parking this anywhere. I'm not leaving it. So, that's my review, you guys, on my Street Glyde. So remember, if you like this video, go ahead and like it. Subscribe to my page. And like I said, you guys, I'm going to be reviewing a lot of things. So, as I always say, thank you for viewing, and God bless.